All right, here we go. Chapter 33. Kyrie lied. Nope. Chapter 33. Kyrie's lie. Peter is saved. All right. Peter was at Walking Wolf's house, grief stricken over the loss of his fiancee. This is a really long paragraph, so there's people in the chat. Just so you know, I'm not ignoring you. This is a long one. Peter was at Walking Wolf's house, grief stricken over his lost fiancee. I want to thank you, Walking Wolf, he said. First, for not killing me, and secondly, for showing me just how much I meant to Samantha. As you said, immortality is all the vampires have to promise a human. I didn't realize that was all she really was interested in. Mm-mm. Okay, that's where I'm at. I didn't realize that was all she was really interested in. I thought she cared about me and wanted a life together. She really believed that if I was turned, then I could turn her. I never told her that the High Council of Vampires had to approve all new candidates to become one of them. So, even if I were to be turned, there was no guarantee that would allow me. I lost my spot. There was no guarantee. Where's it at? That's where I'm at. So, even if I were turned, he's got a. I don't. I wish. Like, how can I put this? When you do voice acting or narrating, you have to decide what type of character this is. So, here we go. Let me get some water. Think about this for a second. He's grief stricken. He lost his fiance. So, all right, here we go. So, even if I were to be turned, there was no guarantee they would allow me to make her one too. I did not understand any of this. Nope. I truly did not understand any of this. Walking Wolf, feeling a degree of sympathy for Peter, said, None of you really do. Kyrie makes his own rules. Now he feels like depending on what he wants. On his own. I'm going to get rid of that line. Just get rid of all of it. Where'd it go? So my viewers are in the top. Walking Wolf said. Okay, so. Darn it, I hate it when that happens. Walking Wolf, feeling a degree of sympathy for Peter, said, "None of you really do. Kyrie makes his own rules when he feels like it, depending on what he wants. He may have indeed brought you over. Mm-mm. He may have indeed brought you over, but most likely he was just telling you what all of you want to hear." All right, here we go. He may have indeed brought you over, but most likely he was just telling you what all of you want to hear. All right, who's in the chat? Nobody? All right, cool. I can't find no fault in what you have done, he continued. You seem to be a decent man, but all humans are tempted when it comes to the lure of immortality. What should I do now? Peter asked. Nothing, Walking Wolf replied. Both councils have already made up their minds. Since I am on the Shifter Council, we know that Kyrie had a plan for me, and most likely my family. We also know the Vampire High Council will do nothing. It's my word against Kyrie's. Who do you think they will side with? It's not that they really believe Kyrie and Dimitri. Oh, Spiritorius? Was that supposed to be conspiratorious? Spurious. Spurious? Spurious. How do you say that? Weird. Where did spurious story. Excuse me. Mm. Son of a gun. I lost my spot. I hate it when that happens. Okay, there we go. Here, remove that, get rid of it. It's not that they really believe Kyrie and Dimitri's spurious story. They just won't go against them. We have been playing this game for hundreds of years. Very little, if anything, gets done when it's just the Shifters Council and the Vampires Council. What has made a huge difference over the centuries is a dragon shifter named Fred. His power was unequaled, but he never used it for gain. Uh, Redo that sentence. His power was unequaled, but he never used it for gain. I've personally known him for hundreds of years, though we didn't meet under friendly circumstances. I won't go into detail. Just let's say we worked it out. Fred is a generous person. Mm-mm. So when you voice act a character, you have to like immerse yourself into it. And I'm trying to get the understanding of what I'm doing here. Fred is a generous person who will help all immortals with major issues. I've heard of this dragon, Peter said. He's a big man with black hair and very blue eyes. In fact, I've seen him. He came to the office for a meeting with Kyrie some time ago. I saw him as I headed out the door that night. Nope. I saw him as I headed out the door that night. Walking Wolf sat straight up. So, Fred did show up for the meeting, he said. That is very important news since he has no. Okay, all right. Still in Walking Wolf's voice. Where's he at? That is very important news. He has since disappeared, and Kyrie told everyone he never showed up for the meeting. Do you remember who was there when Fred showed up? Peter thought back. It was a long time ago. I remember Fred, of course. It was getting late, and I just happened to be there doing some extra work I needed to get caught up on. I still seemed a bit funny. It still seemed a bit funny. It still seemed a bit funny that there were no vampires around, just a biotech named Hugo. He was manning the front desk. Oh, no. Why he was manning the front desk is a mystery. Why he was manning the front desk is a mystery. He is a laboratory. Miss a whole line. Why he was manning the front desk is a mystery. He is a well respected scientist and should have been in his laboratory. You don't always get it right on the first time. He is a well respected scientist and should have been in his laboratory, not doing grunt work at the desk. Walking Wolf is now certain Kyrie had something to do with Fred's disappearance. All right, so I will take you to a safe place if you want, or to get your car so you can leave, Walking Wolf said. It's your choice, but if you decide to get your vehicle, you really should leave this place and never come back. Peter wondered if he would ever see Samantha again, or if he even wanted to. Finally, he agreed with the. I hate it when I mess up because then it's like. So, if you're just joining, which you're not, so I don't care. Finally, he agreed that if the wolves would get him home to get some. Nope. Finally, he agreed that if the wolves would get him home to get some things, then escort him out of the city, he would be grateful. Walking Wolf made the necessary arrangements. I'm indebted to you, Peter. Oh, Peter says that. Oh man, I did it again. Gosh. I'm indebted to you, Peter said. Please let me know if I can be of any help. Walking Wolf thanked him and said, You've done all you can do. The wolf escort watched Peter until they were sure he would make it safely out of the city. He was on the freeway, thinking to himself that there was a lot of traffic today. He was surrounded by cars on all sides. There were 2 cars behind him, 2 in front, and 1 on each side. There was hardly any traffic further up the road, but the cars in the front were keeping him from speeding up, while the ones in the back wouldn't let him slow down, and the ones on either side prevented him from changing lanes. Oh, I see. I see what's going on here. There was hardly any traffic further up the road, but the cars in front were keeping him from speeding up, while the ones in the back wouldn't let him slow down, and the ones on either side prevented him from changing lanes. Oh, hell, he shouted. Frightened, they had him. Even if he caused a wreck, there were enough of them. There were enough of them to get him away before the police showed up. Okay, all right. All right. Damn it. Where did it go? Where did it go? Um, did I lose it? Okay. Oh, there we are. So this is like a giant page of just like one long paragraph, so bear with me. Even if he caused a wreck, there were enough of them to get him away before the police could show up. The cars to the side pushed him towards the off-ramp. The cars to the side pushed him towards an off-ramp. He had no choice to go. I hate it when that happens. He had no choice but to go and hope he could. Oh my God. Another one of those. There's no comma, so it's just like a giant run-on sentence. He had no choice but to go and hope he could somehow get around them and back on the freeway. They steered him towards what looked to be a vacant building. Two buildings left. Two of the buildings left, but the other four. What? What am I even saying? I'm dumb. Two of the vehicles left, but the other four forced him into. God dang it. I know what it is. My audio is too high in my headset and it's causing a distraction. Two of the vehicles left, but the other four forced him inside an open bay door. There was nowhere for him to go. He stopped the car, jumped out, and started running. Four wolf shifters. All right. Well, that's interesting. Four wolf shifters bound from their vehicles and caught up with him in seconds. Using zip ties, they bound his hands and feet. Excuse me. Using zip ties, they bound his hands around a girder. I don't like that. I lost my place because my eye got watery. Using zip ties, they bound his hands and feet around a girder in the middle of the floor, then blindfolded him. What do you want to know about Kyrie and what do you want to know about Kyrie and his damn resting place? What do you know about Kyrie and his damn resting place? Or in his daytime resting place? The female voice asked. How the hell do I know? Peter yelled, panicking. Okay, let's see. I believe, yeah, it is Malaya. Yeah. What do you know about Kyrie and his daytime resting place? A female voice asked. How the hell do I know? Peter yelled, panicking. I'm just a human. Do you think Kyrie told me anything? Why are you doing this to me? Walking Wolf gave me permission to leave. He even gave me an escort to the freeway. We know. We work for Malaya. And she wants to know about Kyrie. She believes you can give us information that will help us kill him. And if I can't, what then? Well, if you have nothing for us, we can't have you go back and squeal to Walking Wolf about who we work for. You can see how awkward that would be now, don't you? I really don't understand. You are all wolves, aren't you? Isn't Walking Wolf one of your leaders? He told me I'm free to go. Like I said, we work for someone else, and she wants your help. If you don't give it, that's just too bad for you, Peter said. So if I don't give you any information, I die. And if I give you information, I die. You're not going to let me go no matter what I say. All the shifters snickered and agreed with his assessment. If, oh, no. I hate long, long paragraphs. All the shifters snickered and agreed with his assessment of the situation. The female wolf said, well, if you give us information that is useful, then you will die quickly. But if we think you're not being cooperative, then you will die very slowly and painfully. Peter knew he was a dead man and felt sick. Before the female wolf could open another word, nope. Before the female wolf could say another word, the bay door flew open. The wolves looked to the back of the building at the big bay door that had been locked and shut was now standing open. Two tall, beautiful women came strolling in. Look, Mother, four big bad wolves. Do you think they are going to huff and puff and maybe give him a lap dance? Akshara smiled and said, My darling. Mess that up. My darling daughter, you have been quite witty. My darling daughter, you have become quite witty over the length of your life, but your potty mouth is becoming somewhat disgusting. Oh, mother, it was just a joke. I sure. I'm sure these refined wolves know nothing. Oh, no, I was just kidding. I'm sure these refined wolves know I was just kidding. Ravi started giggling, and Akshara shook her head. One of the wolves standing closest to the ladies sternly said, If you ladies are lost, you really have come to the wrong place at You really what? If you ladies are lost, you really have come to the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay. You really have come to the wrong place at the wrong time. Rave said, We're not lost. Are we, mother? No, Akshara said. We've come to the exact right place at the right time. Wouldn't you say so, daughter? Rave, smiling, said to all, Yes, we have arrived. Oh, nope, it's we've arrived. We've arrived with perfect timing. They were about to question this human about something he knows absolutely nothing about, then mutilate him to death, just to show how tough they are. Do I have that right, you freaking idiots? The wolf who had just spoken tried to grab Rave. She snatched his hand before it could. Uh, the wolf who had just spoken tried to grab Rave. She snatched his hand before it came close to her. It took them all by total surprise. She bent his arm back, and the whole room heard the loud pop as she snapped his arm bones in two, both bones jutting out of the skin just above the wrist. His howl Oh man, I just actually reverberated myself. His howl reverberated around the walls. He tried to pull back, but she held on tight. Now, that wasn't very gallant of you. I believe you owe me an apology. The man spat at her. Damn. Now you've just crossed the line. Oh, okay, cool. Damn. Now you have just crossed the line. Rave ripped his arm off at the shoulder. Am I even live right now? Thought I was live. Hmm. Nobody in the room at all? Um, window. Cool. The wolves shifted and stood on all fours. One, with only 3 legs, shifted, but blood was pouring from his socket. Is that right? Yeah, mess that up. The one with only 3 legs shifted also, but blood was pouring from his socket. He stumbled and fell over. Another hurled himself at Akshara. She grabbed his front legs, one of his front legs. She only grabbed one of his front legs? I'd have grabbed them both. She grabbed one of his front legs with one hand, and he slapped her across her face. Okay. She grabbed one of his front legs with one hand, and he slapped her across the face. Okay. So I gotta reread that. She grabbed one of his She grabbed one of his front legs with one hand, and he slapped her across the face. His huge paw was as big as her head, but the blow had no effect. Akshara's arms and hands were transformed into her dragon form. She rammed her other hand into the chest. Oh, she did this. There. So we're reading right here, right now. She rammed her other hand into the chest cavity of the wolf and pulled out his heart and lungs. She pierced his heart with her claws, but of course, he was already dead. The other two wolves tried to circle them when Akshara and Rave transformed completely to dragons. Okay. Sometimes excuse me. I have heartburn. All right, Chad, I'll be right back. Give it 30 more minutes, and if there's nobody that gets in the chat, then I'm just going to end this live. It's like there's nobody on the internet today. It's weird.